Good morning everybody, and welcome. You are here with us at Amakhala Private Game Reserve on a very misty Monday morning where we look to see if we can maybe find some animals. You're with myself, Eric, and Morgan behind the camera, and we're going to be your eyes and ears today. Like I said, it's a very misty morning, so we're quite interested to see what the animals are up to on a day like this. We've seen a couple of tracks, but we have not seen any animals yet, so we look forward to seeing it. Wow, so what we have here is a pretty interesting type of spider web. This is what we call a funnel web spider web. Now, it's not the conventional web that's strung in between two pieces of branch, pieces of grass or leaves. This one is basically flat along the ground, and it's basically on top of like a canopy of grass. And basically it's for any moths or any flies that fly around and fall out of the sky somehow and they get caught in between the grass. This web is going to do the works and keep them there. I cannot see the spider itself. I'm not too sure if maybe the dew and the mist is maybe too much for the spider and has taken cover. As I can see, well, this little structure is covered in water, and it actually makes it look pretty cool. If there was no water, we actually might not be able to have seen this nest as easily. This is obviously elephant poo. It's very interesting. A lot of moisture over here, moisture over here. Not so much moisture on the outside. So it's definitely been here for a couple of days. You can see there's a bit of a stick. There's a little bit of some grass. What else can we find? Here's another little bit of some grass. That was probably the bottom part. I think lots of the elephants at the moment are feeding on primarily grass at the moment because the grass is lovely and green. So there's lots of it. There's an abundance of it. They're going to tend to feed on that a lot. But yeah, elephants are big mixed feeders, so they eat a bit of here, a bit of that. Now, like I said, lots of grass, and then there's lots of little bits of sticks. There's obviously still a little bit of seeds and pods still around us, so that's also would have come from trees. And it's very important to actually consume those pods and to consume those seeds, because they don't get digested by the elephant. They actually get dropped off somewhere here. And you never know, we may have an acacia, a Virchilia carew growing here. You may have one growing over there, or over there, where all the other little balls like this of elephant poo are. So we're having a bumble here. We're trying to find our ellies. We've been struggling. We found so many tracks, so many droppings, so many what's the word? Signs that they were there, or one of them was there. We're just struggling to find that one. But we're going to stay persistent, and we're going to keep looking. The mist is starting to burn off lovely, actually. We can start to see more than 100 meters, 200 meters. Before, it was basically only 50 meters to 80 meters of visibility in thick mist. I'm sure now that the mist is also clearing, the animals are all going to want to come out now and show themselves. As well, we have been struggling. We did see some kudu though, and that was pretty cool. And we also saw our leucistic kudu, which is one that we don't often get to see. But the nice thing is sometimes, well, the sad thing is sometimes they don't always stand still for us. And that was the very nice thing about that sighting, is he stood still and he looked straight at us. It was beautiful. But since then, we haven't really heard or seen anything. We're still going to keep trying. But the luck of the bush, it's like this sometimes. Not always animals everywhere. Each corner you go around. Sometimes you will go around many corners and not see anything. we've managed to relocate some white rhinos, and it's been difficult. Oh my goodness. Because we were on the trail of trying to find what may have been a solitary male elephant. And, well, obviously we've come up a bit short. But we found these beautiful two. Looks like mom and a little youngster. A little bit further away than usual. But, oh, they've been hiding. All the animals in this area have been hiding, actually. We've found Amakhala. We had kudu earlier. We had a black-headed heron, and now we have these beautiful rhinos, which is quite nice after a very, very quiet morning. And they seem to be feeding. I know there's a waterhole somewhere around there. Not too sure if they've been sitting next to it, and that's why we may have been struggling to find them. But oh, quite nice to be able to find such a beautiful creature like this in the natural habitat, doing what they do best, grazing. Oh no, she's not grazing. She seems to be doing something else. I think she's maybe scratching her mouth, her nose. You can see she's moving back and forth, and that's not behavior of a feeding rhino. That's a rhino that's scratching itself on something. Found a nice little pole or a log or a stump. Well, we are now coming to the end of our sunrise safari, and it's been a rather difficult one, I must say. The weather has played ball with us. The mist has burnt off quite nicely. The wind didn't pick up too much. The sun was out for a little bit, and now it's slightly overcast. Not too sure what has gone on with all the animals. I think the animals are not wanting to come out. I don't know if it's because of the cold, if it's because of the weather, or what the story was, but it was a very, very difficult morning this morning. We're hoping this afternoon we may have a little bit of a better luck. But that is it from us here at Amakhala for this morning on the Sunrise Safari.